Teresa and I want to have a church wedding as soon as possible. So if we can, we'd like to schedule the first available time slot.
I'm sorry, Ethan, but I cannot marry you and Teresa. It is impossible.
Well, what's the problem, Father? What do you mean you can't marry Teresa and me?
Well, Father Monaghan meant was that he can't marry us until we have a new marriage license and everything. Isn't that right, Father?
Well, is that what you meant, Father? That you can't marry Teresa and me until we have a new marriage license?
As soon as you and Teresa have everything in order, I'll be glad to marry you.
Oh, well, great. I have the new license application in the other room. All I have to do is sign it. Go get it.
I was just telling Father that he will never have to worry about us getting an annulment.
Oh, that's for sure. We're going to be married for 100 years, maybe even 200 years. Well, let's just finish filling out the license application. Dates of birth, places of birth. Are either of you married? Don't think so. Okay, you just need to sign right here, Teresa.
I see.
You might want to read through it before you sign it.
Oh, that's okay. We filled one of these out before, Father Lonegan.
Well, still, Ethan, you might want to double-check your answers. You don't want to make a mistake and have to do it all over again.
Okay, what's going on around here? Yeah, I am getting the distinct feeling that something's going on that I don't know about.
Mama and Father Lonegan just want to make sure that everything goes smoothly this time.
Actually, it's more than that.
Can you hold on a sec, Father Lonegan? This will just take a minute, I promise. Hello? Hello? Someone there?
Mr. Ethan, it's Martha. There's a problem at the house.
Oh, I'm sorry, Martha, but you shouldn't have really called me. I'm not a crane anymore. It's not my house.
It's about your mother, sir. She's trying to run over Mrs. Hotchkiss in her wheelchair.
She's what? No, I'm on my way. Apparently, my mother and Rebecca are trying to kill each other.
But Ivy's in a wheelchair.
She's using the wheelchair as a weapon. I guess I better stop them.
Please, Father, don't tell Ethan that I married Julian. I will lose him forever if you do.
Things are going from bad to worse.
Well, Eve, what's Julian done now?
Whatever Eve has to say is irrelevant at the moment. I will not have you and Rebecca going at one another like mud wrestlers.
Ethan!
Mother, are you all right? What's Rebecca done to you?
Oh, don't worry about it, darling. I can more than handle myself against Rebecca. Although I do find it rather tacky that she and Julian are trying to kick me out of my own home.
That's terrible. They have no right.
Well, I appreciate your indignation, Teresa, but I can do without your help.
Mother, I thought you've gotten past all that garbage having to do with the emails sent to the tabloid coming from Teresa's computer.
I have tried, Ethan, but let's face it, none of us would be in this predicament if it weren't for Teresa's carelessness.
Look, I don't want to hear it, all right? Look, I love Teresa more than I ever did. You're still going to get married. I want you two to get along.
So what's this big bombshell that has to do with Julian, Eve?
If this has anything to do with my mother's physical condition, well, Julian doesn't matter. Not only am I Ivy's son, but I am also her attorney. And I want to be absolutely sure that Julian and his legal team aren't trying to pull a fast one on her due to her vulnerable condition.
Are you going to let him talk to you that way?
He has no choice, Rebecca. Because there's not a court in this land that would condone throwing my mother out of a house she's lived in for 20 years. Isn't that right, Harper?
Well,
Look, that aside, I'm not convinced that your divorce was legal, Julian.
But of course it was.
Why should I believe you? I haven't seen one iota of paperwork on a financial settlement, nor have I seen a copy of the divorce decree. You do have one, don't you, Julian?
Well, not on my person, but I'm sure it's on file with the magistrate down there.
Well, fine then. I will call Bermuda first thing in the morning and talk to them myself. But I want you all to understand that from this moment on, we are contesting the divorce. You will not be marrying anyone else, much less throwing my mother out of her house.
What are you? This is outrageous. What?
don't argue with them.
No, but I'm just...
Don't you see? Well, the divorce is being contested. Rebecca will have to back off on marrying you. This will buy you the time you need to get your annulment from Teresa.
If he even calls the authorities in Bermuda about Julian's divorce, they will tell him about his marriage to